It seems that she not only reads souls, but sees them as well. Another great mystic of the last century, Padre Pio, now saint, would recount how departed souls would show themselves to him and report that they had been given permission by God to approach him and ask for prayers. Astounding as this may seem, Emma claims to have had such encounters. She claims that a Saint Mary Magdalene de Pazzi, a nun in her early 20s, had come and brought her souls in purgatory to pray for.
She appeared to me and she said, she was wearing also the brown habit, and she told me that she became she introduced herself to me. Her name is Magdalene, Pace, Italy, and she was a nun when she was in early 20, something like that. God has given her the grace, to come back, and speak to me to talk about the souls in purgatory, that we have to pray the souls in purgatory.
Pat Brady recounts what she witnessed one Lenten season.
She was a very grayish color, and she was shaking. Her whole body was shaking. Her eyes were closed, and she started to call out names. Like, for example, Maria, 1842. And then she would call out another name, who are you? Or say, who are you? And another name of a different person in a different year would come. And this went on for about 10 minutes. And then Emma was silent. And her color started to come back. She said, Saul, I saw people, I heard people calling me. And they asked for prayers. And they were asking for help.
Them, and I also experienced to meet this soul. The name was Mariano Rivera, and he told me that he died in 1631. He said to me, I came to you to ask for the prayers that one day I will be in heaven. After the Holy Week, and I came back from myself with all the passions, and I woke up, I saw him, that he was with Saint Mary Magdalene de Pazzi, and then I saw this beautiful, the bright light, coming from heaven, and there was stairs, white stairs, light, and then there were angels, coming down, and they were waiting for Mariano Rivera, and he was wearing this like a soldier. When he went to the third step, going up to that light, to that door, light door, he changed completely. He become, there was a glorified face and body become changed. There was no clothes anymore, no more uniform of the soldier, and he changed completely. And he was waving his hand like this, and I tried to hold his hand because I want to go with him, but it didn't happen.
Not only has she claimed to have seen the souls of the departed, she says that she has been with some of the angels and saints.
Yes, they become my friends because they're helping me. Like in prayers, they said to me that whenever I pray, they are with me. And especially when I pray the rosary, the Blessed Mother is always there. The most beautiful saint that I met was Saint Bernadette. I was watching her, and then she looked at me like this, and she said, what happened to me will happen to you. That's what she said to me. I didn't understand what she said. And she is so beautiful, very, very beautiful. I also saw Saint Teresa of Avila. She's like a model, she's beautiful too. It's like she's so smart, very, very smart.
When asked why she used the word model to describe Teresa, Emma replied,
Therese is like she's rich, because when a person is rich, you can see how
they're confident.
Yeah, like that, and I saw her like she's so very intelligent, this is like a smart saint,
Saint Faustina helped her to pray the Divine Mercy.
She's beautiful also. She's tall. I think that was the Mercy Sunday.
It was the 9th of April 2005. Emma was in the Philippines on the Mountain of Salvation. John Paul II had passed away, and the Blessed Virgin appeared to her at 6 o'clock in the evening.
And then she said to me, here is the successor of Peter, Carol Joseph Wojtyla. He is my saint. That's what she said to me. And then there was light, on the right side. And then I saw this figure becoming clear, and then become Pope John Paul II, and then Saint Peter, who was beside him, who's a little small, is small. Saint Pope John Paul II was wearing gold gown, with a beautiful, the light, gold, and he was wearing this gold high, with a gold cap, like hat, the hat. And then, he was walking. He was walking in front of me by the altar, and then he knelt down. Then he kissed the ground. So when I saw him that he kissed the ground, I went there, and I kissed too. And the Blessed Mother said about Pope John Paul II that we can also ask to as an intercessional prayer to the Pope that the unity and peace, for the whole world, he can intercede us. So she said to me that he is a saint.
And she says it is Saint John the Evangelist who gives her the messages in Greek.
Saint John, he looked like a beautiful, the face like a woman, because beautiful face, beautiful, so young, very young. And I was able to touch his hand, and I kissed his hand. I just look at him and I was writing that like that. With love, I can feel the love in him, because I didn't know that the writings that I was doing was about love, so that's, it's a gift. Mm-hmm. And people question me about it. How come you receive this kind of messages that you didn't even understand? Then why don't you ask that, How come? It's supposed to be that message that we can understand. And I said, no, I cannot question. I don't want to question, because God is the one who knows.
She put her hands on me and went on my head, and when she did, it was like electricity and a shock went right through me, and warmth. I never experienced that before.
Through the years of Emma's ministry, there have been physical and spiritual healings. Only in the last year was a serious attempt made to collate and document these testimonies. Even while we were taping the missions in the U.S. and Canada, reports would filter back to us about people who were healed. We were already at the Marian Manor in New Jersey when we received word about the testimony of the pastor of Our Lady of Pompeii Church in Syracuse, New York. The parishioners reported that during his homily at all the weekend masses, Father Angelicio testified that he asked Emma to pray over him as he would proxy for a woman who would be having surgery for a large growth on her stomach. Then he went on to say that just before the scheduled surgery, another MRI was performed to see the condition of the growth, and when the doctors were reviewing the MRI, one doctor said to the other, "Where did it go?" The other doctor said, "I don't know, but it was there." When Father gave his testimony, he said, "That woman is my mother." Wally and Mary Rose had come to the Marian Manor to visit at the time that we were filming this documentary. Wally had difficulty walking and had been limping heavily due to a severe attack of gout. Mary Rose was worried about a lump in her breast that had been detected by a mammogram. Before they left, Emma prayed over them. The next day, we received a text message from Wally. He had walked 14 blocks in Manhattan, and as he walked, the pain and the gout disappeared. Mary Rose, on the other hand, had breast tissue extracted for some tests. When the results arrived several weeks later, Not only was the sample benign, the lump had disappeared.